Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Dan Blanchard with the Travel in Time with Dan show, where we mix travel with history, with leadership, and of course with me, Dan Blanchard. Today I'm in Philadelphia at Benjamin Franklin's court. You could see the tunnel here that Franklin would have walked through every day to go home from the time he spent here for the Continental Congress, right? There's the post office is right there, post office shop. You got over on this side, you got the printing press is over here. And you got, that's his grandson's ghost frame or for the print shop. His grandson's was right there, the print shop. Now this place is absolutely amazing. All right, this is about a block or so away from Independence National Hall, and it's considered part of Independence National Historic Park. All right, so here's the thing. Franklin's house, which you're about to see, a really cool ghost house. It's right behind me, right there. See that big frame? I mean, his house is gone, and they put up this ghost house frame to show you where the house stood, the size of the house, and you can see it was really big. It was probably one of the most illustrious homes in Philadelphia back when it was being built in 1763. But here's the thing. Franklin was like never home, right? He was like a diplomat over in London, and probably for the first 12 years, he did not live in this house, right? You got the Franklin Museum right over here. He did not live in his house because he was over there being a diplomat, right? But as the American Revolutionary War is approaching, and you get the Continental Congress taking place, right? Benjamin Franklin moves into his house for the first time after not seeing it or being in it like for 12 years. And spends probably the last 5 years or so of his life in this house. Now, this house, of course, is Benjamin Franklin's house, so of course, it's going to be very unique, right? What has this got? It's got a ventilation system in it, right? And it's got a very efficient library system. Yeah, of course, Benjamin Franklin had a lot of books, right? His own little library. He had all that stuff, of course, right? Now, it is pretty close, about a block or so away from Independence Hall, and the Continental Congress was going on, right? So with it being so close, Ben's house here kind of becomes like the informal saloon. It's where the founding fathers go, after their day's work, right? They go there and they have a few drinks with Ben and talk some more about the country and what we should do. All right. So yeah, big time in the Constitutional Convention. You can see it right there. You got some viewing. If you view down those ports, look down those ports, and you could see the original foundation of Benjamin Franklin's home. All right. Now this guy, Benjamin Franklin, I'm sure you know who he is. One of those famous Americans. Right. The guy did everything. Right. A couple of the things, just in case you're wondering, a couple of things is very, very impressive. He basically started Philadelphia's first fire department. Right. He was the first French diplomat from the United States. He was the first University of Pennsylvania president, right? And of course, the Constitutional Convention, he was there having a big influence in the Constitutional Convention, right? He's famous, world famous for the lightning rod, right? Anywhere he went, he was like a celebrity all around the world. And today, a lot of us know him for being on the $100 bill. Now, this place is filled with Benjamin Franklin exhibits. There's Ben Franklin Court, right? There's like the printer, the inventor exhibits here, right? You got the scientist exhibits here, the diplomat exhibits here. There's prolific writer, right? You got the writer exhibits here, and you got this entrepreneur exhibits here, right? And I just thought it was really, really cool how they decided we're not going to rebuild the house. We're going to rebuild like this ghost house, right? Which is so unique and so cool. And hey, if we're going to do it for Ben Franklin's house, right, why not do it for his grandson's print shop as well, right? Really, really cool. All right. This is definitely one of the most innovative examples of historic preservation in the United States. All right. So again, the viewing tubes there, you can look back in time down these viewing tubes. You can actually see the foundation of Ben Franklin's home right here. You can see it down here. Whoa. There it is. All right, there's multiple viewing tubes here to see the foundation of Ben Franklin's house back in those years. So it's like you're looking back in time when you look down those tubes, right? No doubt about it, all right? So now, Benjamin Franklin obviously was an inventor, invented all sorts of things. Just a couple small things that he invented was like the lightning rod. We all know that about like the electricity, the lightning rod. He invented the bifocals, right, which was a big deal. The glass harmonica, and of course, the Franklin stove. I've got one of those Franklin stoves in my house, where I heat my house in the winter. Oh yeah, and I forgot all about this one. Look, the Join or Die political cartoon. All right, that was one of America's first political cartoons. And of course, it was Ben Franklin who came up with that, right? Definitely one of Ben Franklin. He did so many things, right? And by the way, that Franklin stove works great. Of course, right? It's got Franklin's name on it. Of course, it's going to work great. So when I do my Travel on Time with Dan Show, I mix travel with history, with leadership, and of course me, Dan Blanchard, right? This place is just mind-blowing. You got to travel down here and check out Ben Franklin's court. It is so cool. The museum is right here. So much you can see in the museum. Just walking around this little court. So much you can see in this little court. So definitely travel down here. I'm already giving you a little bit of the history, right? Again, that tunnel up there over my shoulder. He walked through that every day as he was coming home, right? Getting a little bit of the history here. So what's the leadership here? Well, the leadership is going to be this. You ready? Leadership involves curiosity, lifelong learning, innovation, and of course, service to others. That's what leadership is. Hey everybody, thank you for spending time with me today on the Travel on Time with Dan Show, where we mix travel with history, with leadership, and of course me, Dan Blanchard. I'll be back real soon with another great episode. Till then, you take care. I'll be looking forward to sharing some more with you later.